Okay, so one thing that I want to talk about with the hydrogen is the fact that um, you remember I told you that when you are in a state of compassionate love, that you have control with your DNA and all that stuff, and then maybe the 5G and all that stuff will not hurt you. Well, um, I think that is true on many levels, because what they also found out is when you ingest the hydrogen molecule in the form of the water and the gas and all that stuff, it actually goes in and protects you from the EMF radiation as well. So the damage that you're getting from 5G, 4G, Wi-Fi, mobile phones, all that stuff, is actually, there's two supplements that are extremely important for EMF protection, which is magnesium, and like any good form of bioavailable magnesium, or and not all, and hydrogen. So magnesium and hydrogen is very, very important to get a lot, saturate your body with. If you're living in a big city, it's not even up for debate. You should be, every single human being in a big city should be ingesting high dosages of hydrogen and high dosages of magnesium. And when I say high doses of magnesium, I'm talking about minimum 500 milligram, and I would say 800 milligram, maybe a gram. There's people who are taking 2 grams. So but it's about you finding out a way to get this in your system. Like I can tell you how I do it. I have access to huge bags, like 30-kilo bags of Epsom salt. And so I fill up my bathtub. I put like 2 big cups of Epsom salt in the bathtub, and I soak in it. And I soak in it like 3 times per week for like 1 hour or something like that. So that's a way. From Epsom salt is full of magnesium and it absorbs through the skin. Another way I do is I take magnesium chloride, I think it's called. It's ancient minerals. It's coming from the Liechtenstein mine in, I think it's in Holland. It's an ancient seabed that has not been exposed to human pollution. So they're digging this up and out, and it's a super clean magnesium. And it comes in salt flakes. And what I do is I dissolve this into a big jar with water, and I fill up so much that at the end it cannot dissolve anymore because it's saturated. And so this water that is now there is extremely saturated with this magnesium. And what I do is I just take and put that into small bottles, and then I go and I just put everywhere on my body, like all over my body. And what happens, and then I sit down with this oil on my skin. And what happens is within 10 minutes, my heart rate goes down, blood pressure drops, I feel happy, I get relaxed, and I'm ready for bed. And so I just, then I take a shower, wash it off, and then I go to bed and I sleep like a baby. Like it's just lights out, like bang. It is such an amazing help. And then what I do in daytime is I'm drinking the magnesium bicarbonate that I'm making. And so, because I want the orally bioavailable form, but I don't want to spend a serious amount of money. And if you want to buy pills of magnesium that is actually high quality, that actually will absorb through your intestinal walls, because a lot of magnesium doesn't, but if you buy the right stuff, you're going to be spending, you can easily spend $60, $80, $100 on magnesium a month if you want to get proper dosages of that. And I don't have that kind of money, so I just I do the magnesium bicarbonate. I can get a milk of magnesia bottle for I think it's $1 or $2 for one, and then the bottle of water is $1. And this combination that I drink, which is 8.5 grams, will last me 4 days, 4 or 5 days, something like that. I can afford that. And it's highly bioavailable. It's extremely, the body recognizes this form of magnesium because it has carbon molecules attached to it. So it goes into the cell easily. It's highly bioavailable. It's super awesome. And also this thing on the skin is extreme. That's the most potent of them all. Like if you want to really tap into magnesium, put magnesium oil on your skin. Like, but make your own solution so it's super strong and put it all over the body. And I guarantee you, you will never look at magnesium again the same way, because the body, when it gets this much amount of magnesium in one go, it starts doing all kinds of cool stuff for you. So I love it. And magnesium protects you from EMF. Hydrogen protects you from EMF. You combine these two, you're in a good place. Doesn't mean that you should not shield yourself. I would shield, if I was living in a big city, I would have a shield canopy, EMF shielding canopy over my bed, and etc. And I would throw out my phone. I would never have a Wi-Fi router in my home, all that stuff. So I think that's the end of my rant. Yeah, I actually went through everything. I'm impressed.